everybody, I am Venus. Welcome to my channel. Today on this sequence, it's going to be a nice, gentle workout for you, for our legs, for our core, for our arms, all over the body, mainly targeting the lower body though. And we are going to start off in our child's pose. So you're going to turn on your knees, big toes together. You can have your legs apart as wide as you would like them. If you want to, I would recommend a couple blocks for some of the poses that we're going to do. If you don't want to have them or use them, that's okay. Or if you don't have blocks, maybe use like some books or something with a little bit more harder surface. But for right now, we're going to start in our child's pose. So knees together or apart, big toes together, leaning forward. Adjust yourself here and walk your fingers out as far as you can get them, pressing in toward the armpits, towards the mat. You can relax your forehead and breathe. Let's take breaths in through the nose and out through the nose. Really feel your breath go clear to the bottom of your stomach. Couple more breaths. And then go ahead and walk yourself up. From here, I want you to come into your tabletop. Knees hip width distance apart, feet, top of your feet flat on the floor. Hands under the shoulders, maybe just a little bit above. Fingertips spread wide. Navel to spine for a really strong foundation. Breathing. You're gonna bring one hand, let's start with our right hand. We'll lift our right arm up. We're gonna thread the needle through. And thread the needle through. Dropping your ear down to the mat. Breathing. One more breath. Now, I want you to bring that big pressing into the heel. And if you want to, you can now lift up. As you lift up, you can point and flex your foot. As you're doing this, don't let your right hip roll outward, like towards the wall here. You want to internally rotate it to keep your hips level with the floor. When you do that, that will help you strengthen up through your quadriceps and your hip area while stretching out your leg on the opposite leg. Maybe rotate it a little bit. Drop the leg back down, stretch into your heel again, really press into your heel. And then bring your knee back up. Come on back up again. Let's do a couple rounds of cat and cow. So drop the stomach down, shoulders back, breathe in. Exhale and rise up into your cat. Rounded through the shoulders, coming back on your hips. Inhale, dropping down into your cow. Shoulders back again. And back up into your cat as you're exhaling. Inhale, cow. And exhale to your cat. Now let's bring up the opposite hand, your left hand. and thread it through. Your ear comes down to the mat. Your other arm comes out ahead. Breathe there a couple times. Now if you want to try, bring that leg straight out behind you, curling the toes under so you can press into your heel. Remembering to breathe through all of your asana poses. And then if you'd like to try, lift that leg up, pressing into the heel and pointing. Remember, your body's going to want to roll, so internally rotate your hip towards the right to keep yourself from rolling on over. Pressing into your heel, pointing, maybe even rotating the ankle if you want. If you want to bring the leg up higher, you can. And then bring the foot back down and press into that heel again. Breathing. Come back, bring your knee back down and bring your hand through and come back up into your tabletop. From here, we're going to do knee to nose. I want you to really press that back leg up, your right leg up. Start with the right leg. You're kind of getting a little bit of a back bend. And then bring your knee through to your nose. We'll do that 3 times. Knee to nose. One more time. Knee to nose. Now this time you're going to add your hand with it. So we're going to take that opposite hand. And as you bring your foot up this time, I want you to flex your heel and then bring that opposite hand up. We're going to hang out here for a minute. Okay, and then continue with knee to nose or your knee to your elbow. Really press into the heel. Knee to nose. Press into the heel. And knee to nose. And bring your leg down. Same thing on that opposite side. You'll bring your foot up. Really pointing into it. Bring it up as high as you can. And then you're going to bring that opposite arm up. And we'll do knee to nose this way. Knee to nose. Or knee to elbow. One more time, and then we're going to press into the heel. Knee to nose. Or knee to elbow. And sometimes your balance is better on one side than the other. It's okay. And then bring your leg on down. Back to your tabletop. Really pressing into the back of your feet. Breathing, elbow creases shining forward, shoulders rolling back, look straight ahead. Slowly walk your hands back. We're kind of coming to a kneeling or just sitting on our knees. Then you're going to take your opposite hand on your opposite knee. Let's do a little bit of a twist in our back, lower back. Smiling. And then let's do the same on the opposite side. And then come on back. From here, you can walk your knees forward. Bring your legs out in front of you. Let's take a forward fold. Just come down as far as you can like this. There's no certain right or wrong way other than you're leaning forward. You have to stop here. Just kind of press into your chest, down into your thighs, quadriceps, or you can grab at your calves or ankles. Take a few deep breaths in and out through your nose and your mouth. And slowly come on up. Now for here, I'm going to have you use your blocks. And we'll just set them beside the hips, set them beside your hips on probably the lowest level. And then you're going to place your hand, kind of hold on to the blocks. You can lift your feet up, your booty up, and then lift your feet on up into your backward bridge pose. Breathing. Have your feet together, or you can have them apart, hip width. Then you're going to come down slowly and rock back. So you're on your heels, your booty is still off the ground. Come up. Navel to spine, swing back like you're on a swing. Backward tabletop. Swing, toes up, flex. Do about 3 more of these. 1, 2, 3, last one. Go ahead and drop your feet down. And move the blocks out of the way for a minute. From here, you're going to roll on down to your back. And let's bring our knees up to our chest. Maybe pull one knee and the other knee in. Maybe rock side to side. I'm just trying to come back to our breath. That was a nice workout. You should have felt that in probably your biceps and your shoulders. Upper back. From here, we're going to take a bridge pose. You're going to lay your hands down, palms facing up. Curling the tailbone under, you want to come up. Hanging out here, or you can bring your legs in a little bit more. And let's pulse here. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to lift our booty up, but keeping the top part of your body relaxed. We don't want any kind of stress in the top part of our body. Go ahead and curl the tailbone under. Let's pulse about 5 times here. Contract. You'll feel this on your glutes, your quadriceps. Couple more. One more. Now lift up on your toes. And come back down and roll all the way down. Curl the tailbone under again. You're going to come back up into your bridge pose. As high up as you can go to where you feel a little bit of pulling on your quadriceps. Then I want you to lift one foot, pointing it up towards the sky. Breathing and pulse. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly come back down. Let's do that same thing on the other side. Relaxing the shoulders, the neck, the head, your back. Curl that tailbone under. Come all the way up as far as you can. The opposite leg up and point. And we're going to do that same thing. Pushing up and down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hopefully y'all had your navel to spine. Pull your knees in into your chest. Again, kind of rocking side to side. And then grab behind the knees and roll on up. You're gonna come around and come onto your tabletop again. From here, we're gonna come into a downward facing dog to transition. Pressing back into the legs. I want you to slowly walk your feet forward. A nice forward fold. Grab the elbows and sway side to side. Kind of taking any tension off that lower back. You can bend down even lower if you'd like. From here, you're gonna come up halfway lift with a flat back. And then slide back down. You're gonna come into your chair pose. So slowly bending at the knees. Come on up with your hands straight up ahead. You can bring them down to your chest, pressing the palms together. Let's do some squats here. Do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe slide back a little more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fold back down. Fold, fold, fold. Breathing. Slowly come up, halfway lift. Now from here, we're gonna do our pyramid pose. So if you wanna grab your blocks again, what you're gonna do is bring one leg back, toes facing forward. You can bring your blocks here, either at the medium level, you want to do tall level, whatever is more comfortable for you, but keep a flat back, navel to spine, or even flat, just so you can do a really wide pyramid pose, and then you're going to drop your head down as far as you can. You could either do it aggressively, where you're leaving your back as straight as you can, really pressing your hands into the blocks, or more of a passive, relaxing the elbows, your head, dropping down, rounding through. And then come on up and switch. So you're gonna bring the opposite leg forward and just resituate if you need to. You wanna do more aggressive, keeping the back flat. You really feel the pull in the bottom of your calf on one leg, and then on the leg that's out in front, you'll feel a nice stretch on the hamstrings. This is an awesome stretch. And then go ahead and come back up. And let's go ahead, and we're done with the blocks. Set them back over here. One more time, come into our forward fold. Bring your feet out so you can bring your booty down. You're going to come into your yogi squat, pressing back with your elbows, spine as tall as you can get it. Prayer position with your hands. You can push your elbows back, or use your elbows to press your knees back. Breathe. at any time, if you need your block, like say even for here, to help with holding your knees back with your elbows, this is fine if it's more secure that way. And then one more thing we're gonna do here, kind of fun, the crow pose. What I want you to do is you're gonna bring your booty up from your yogi squat, bring your knees up, and maybe just tip your knee over to one side, tip your knee over to the other side, just kind of filling out where your knees are gonna land by your arms. Then what I want you to do is come on up, place your knees right just a little above the elbow, stand on your toes, maybe bring one toe up and bring the other toe up, and maybe just rock back and forth, back and forth. Now you can try maybe lifting one foot up and then maybe lifting the other foot up. You're looking straight down at the floor and you're kind of coming forward a little bit for some arm strengthening. And then slowly come on back down. Very good if you did it. Good job. Great job. And you can even come up higher in your arms and bring your knees up higher on the arms too. Let's take a moment, bring our knees to our chest and give ourselves a hug for doing such a great job. Breathing, pressing back into your shoulders, rounding through your shoulders. And back to your heartbeat, slowing it down, cooling off. Last thing we're gonna do, almost last thing we're gonna do, is we are going to do Sukhasana, where you're gonna raise up your back, try to get your back as straight as you can, raising your hands up and your toes up. But now doing that, really get a stable foundation with your booty. Bring your legs up. You can grab on to the back by your ankles or your thighs, but we're gonna fold way on up, way on up, pressing into your back of your legs. Bring your head forward and breathe. Good job, everybody. Bring your legs down and let's go ahead and lie straight on our back. Breathing. Let's cool down a little bit here. Bring your leg up, ankle to your knee, lifting that leg up, thread your hand through. Let's bring that back leg straight up, pressing through the heel. And bring it down. Switch sides. Ankle on your knee, thread your hand through. Pressing that knee open with your elbow. And press into your heel. Point. Rotate, whatever you like to do. Still a stretch. Bring the leg down. Bring your knee up and over and get a nice stretch through the hip. That's softening back up through your hip. If you want to use the block again, go ahead and rest the block on whichever level you would like. Whether you want it close to the floor, if you need it way up taller, or kind of at its medium height. Go ahead and do that. Just come back to our breath. You can have your arm up overhead to stretch it out. Breathe. Keeping both shoulders grounded on the mat. And come back around, do the same thing on the opposite side. You bring your knee into your chest and bring it on over. Again, if you need to use your blocks, feel free. Pressing that knee down into the floor, keeping the hips lined up. Kind of stacking them. And you can bring your arm up overhead. Again, shoulders on the mat. Oh, that feels really nice. Nice stretch. Breathing. And bring your legs back. Fold your knees up one more time just to help tuck that tailbone under. And then slowly come down. All the way down with your legs. Press into your heels. Breathing. Palms facing up. Let's rock our heads side to side. Thank you guys for doing this with me today. Great job, everybody. Bring your shoulders down as far as you can. Let's go ahead and bring our arms out in front of us. Bring one arm over to the side with your hand pressing in to feel a nice stretch on the shoulder. And then same thing on the opposite. Grab your elbow and just kind of press your shoulder in, stretching the shoulder a bit. And back down. Take a small circle with your nose one way. Don't know why I love this. It makes my neck feel really good. And then a bigger circle. And just relax. Really absorb what you did for the day. And know you didn't have to do a really super strenuous workout to get a really good muscle toning, muscle building effect. Relaxing. Listening to your breath, breathing clear down to the bottom of your stomach and back up. Very important, the breath in yoga. You can stay here in final resting pose as long as you like, and if you need to get your day started, or just don't feel like you need the extra time, you can go ahead and pull your knees in toward your chest, roll on up, and take a seat. And thank you again, everybody, for joining me. I look forward to seeing you on the mat soon. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please do. That would be awesome. And I always appreciate everybody. Thank you so much. Namaste.